We're Dan and Steph, the everyday Aussies who took a chance on ourselves and made our wildest dreams come true.
We're the Hervey Bay couple who used the My Kitchen Rules win to start a family and open restaurants in our hometown. Food and family, they're our passions, and Emmy is our special gift.
We're sausage makers, cookbook authors and proud Fraser Coast tourism ambassadors. In this series, we take a food journey around the world, but with a twist. Only our taste buds are travelling overseas.
While we explore our own backyard and meet families growing great Aussie produce.
On Travel and Eat with Dan and Steph. Today we're leaving our Fraser Coast base and crossing the Tropic of Capricorn to experience the contrast of central Queensland. Down here we have Rockhampton. Now these guys pride themselves on being the beef capital of Australia, so we've put our order in for a couple of the finest cuts that we'll cook for you later.
In honour of its best-known primary industry, the style of today's cooking is Texan BBQ.
But there's much more to the region than just cattle, so we're off to visit one of Queensland's iconic crops.
The land east of Rocky along the Capricorn coast bristles with pineapples. The Yeppoon region harvests 6 million juicy balls of yumminess every year. In fact, this is the only place in Australia with the perfect climate to pick them all year round. Ben's farm is responsible for about 1/3 of that output.
We've got to get out here in the patch in about 2 weeks in advance and make sure that we're developing our sugars. So you can see this nice and gold coloration.
Doesn't look far off at all, does it?
Yeah, it tells me about 7 to 10 days away, and that'll be beautiful.
So the base is where it is the sweetest?
Yeah, they start developing their sugars from their base, and they'll work right the way up to the top.
Each piece of fruit grows from the top of one that's been picked.
Here you can see those roots poking out there.
Yep.
As soon as they get in the ground, about 1/3 of the top in there, and they'll shoot. Presto, 18 months later, here we are.
Mate, tell us a bit about your story. How did you get into pineapples?
Oh, long story short, I married a pineapple farmer's daughter, went to the bank, got a big debt, and here I am.
There you go.
15 years later.
Perfect.
I love it.
What about the whole pulling the middle piece out of it? Is that just the old wives' tale, or because that's how I've grown up?
That's fantastic for me. I love that wives' tale because you can pull that leaf out at any stage of the development. On the day of harvest, I'll be grabbing one of these guys, going, okay, last check to make sure they're 100% right. Oop, knock the side off like that. Then we'll take our refractometer and test the pineapple juice. Hold that up.
So what are we looking for?
So that's your sugars and acids ratio there. 12 is our minimum.
Yep.
14 to 16 is a great place to be.
We're sitting at about 16.
Perfection.
What do you think, Emmy?
Perfect.
That's incredible. Delicious.
Look at, you've got juice dripping off your chin.
Pretty good for someone that said they didn't like pineapple 5 minutes ago.
Pure gold pineapples. And pure gold is a perfect description of Yeppoon as a holiday destination.
We've hired an Apollo motorhome, and as novices to the whole business, we love how roomy the sites are at NRMA Capricorn Yeppoon Holiday Park.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
Right, well, this is home for the next couple of days.
What do you want to do first?
Maybe on that jumping pillow.
Really?
Jumping pillow. Joe, you have so much going on here.
Yes, we do. We have the jumping pillow, the water slide, pools.
We've got so much for families. So
Yes.
many different things, whether they're young or whether they're teenagers. These carts will go
That's
down
right,
the
pedal
tree.
cars are a big hit, so
Yeah,
they all love
yeah.
those.
Yeppoon's a great tourist destination, isn't it?
It is beautiful. It's a lovely little country town on the water.
We're really comfortable on our site with our Apollo. What are the other accommodation options here?
We have 9 different styles of cabins, so it suit any family or any couples. Powered sites, unpowered sites, slab or grass.
Yep.
All very big sites, so they can bring the boat as well.
The bouncy pillow, I think, is going to be challenging for me, keeping Emmy off that for the week.
And on Friday and Saturday nights, there's a fish and chip van and a family-friendly movie in the outdoor cinema, complete with popcorn concession stand.
One happy camper.
Next on the show,
Whoa, look at that.
Wowee. What do you reckon, Emmy?
Thumbs up.
Do you think we should go for a little drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you reckon?
We're going to High Valley Dawn Permaculture Farm,
Oh, cool.
and it is 8 minutes away.
let's go, fam bam! I was really excited to hear about that Taste Capricorn Coast. I think it's a great initiative for this area.
It all came about from the Australian Government Bushfire Recovery Initiative.
Up to 30 local growers, cafes, restaurants, all involved. I would never have picked the Capricorn Coast to be a foodie hub, but geez, aren't I mistaken?
You know what? Being around food and seeing where it grows and picking it straight from the paddock to plate, like that excites us. Ross is a big supporter of Taste Capricorn Coast. Both his Beaches restaurant and his High Valley Dawn farm are on the list. At the farm, he shares his passion for permaculture.
Permaculture's massive. It's huge around the world. You know, it's modelled off all the indigenous agricultural systems. And the principles, which I really like and fell in love with, was earth care, people care, community and fair share.
Yeah.
So I've got some nice rocket here.
It looks great.
Have a taste of this and see what you think. There you go.
Thank you. Thanks, Mons.
Thank you.
Do you want to taste some? No, it's pretty hot.
Wow.
Got a bit of flavour, a bit of bite.
Oh,
Unreal.
wow.
It's almost horseradish type.
You don't get that off the shelves, do you, Ross?
No.
A lot of the hard yakka in the garden is done by woofers. That's willing workers on organic farms. They come from all over the world to volunteer and learn.
Nature's got an amazing way of rectifying the problems. We don't use any chemicals at all, no synthetic fertilisers. You know, we're just using all natural systems. With permaculture, it's not about having everything in a straight row. You know, it's about planting things where they're comfortable and where they're happy.
It makes me happy. The smell is delicious. There's butterflies, there's bees. You know, having a little one, and we've always had gardens, and we've always wanted to teach Emmy about produce and where it grows. Whoa, look at that.
Wowee. What do you reckon, Emmy?
Thumbs up.
I'll tell you, you get lost in here for hours, just picking and tasting and...
Spotting things.
Yeah, well, here's a little fella here. We'll cut him and you can take him with you if you like.
You supply a pumpkin.
We're feeding the troops.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Wowee.
Wow, that's really cool. Oh my goodness.
We're going up into the food forest now.
As part of Taste Capricorn Coast, once a week Ross takes visitors on tour through his market garden and thriving food forest.
The vision for this is to have families come through on Sundays, give them a picture of what's ripe and what it looks like, and let the families go through and pick their own fruit for the week.
How good.
Ross's goal is to create one of the best regenerative farming and healing centres in Australia.
That's what wellness is all about, really. It's exercise, you get that in the garden, eating good seasonal chemical-free food, they get that here.
Clean air.
Yeah, connect them with nature, with the animals and the horses.
It's a special place, isn't it?
It is.
A really, really special place.
And we have another dose of clean air, animals and wide open spaces coming up after the break.
Oh, real cowboy.
Oh, here we go. cowboy. Who wants to put a carrot in their mouth? I'm ready for this.
Yeah, not me.
Yeehaw, baby!
The beef industry is an important one to Australia. And when the best in the business gets together, it's in Rockhampton, our beef capital. Rocky's earned that title because there's more beef cattle within a 500k radius of here than anywhere else in the country.
And about 12,000 of the finest are on Banana Station. It's a treat to be invited by Mark to the Wilson family's property. He's a 5th generation grazier who's continuing to produce top quality banana beef.
Station kitchen's always flat out, so today I reckon it's our turn to take care of Smoko.
It is, we're on Banana Station, but I think today we'll call it a ranch because our theme today is Texan, and I've been inspired by a Texan tornado cake, and I'm going to call it a pineapple cyclone cake. Super easy to make, should be a 1 bowler. So all we have is some plain flour and some bicarb. Straight in. We're going to have 2 eggs. With some caster sugar with the flour and the eggs. And I need you to cut the pineapple, about half of it, into small dices and its juices into my bowl, please.
Too easy. What I love about what pineapple brings to a cake is once it's cooked, it tends to mellow out the sweetness. It tends to go a bit tart. So because you've got so much sugar going on in there, I think this will work perfectly.
That it brings so much moisture as well, so we know we're not going to have a dry cake. Now, we've also lined our baking tray and we've preheated our Ziggy barbecue.
Definitely smell the pineapple. Tell you what, Steph, we've got a bit of an audience going on here.
They can smell something.
They're everywhere.
The next thing we need to do is just our streusel topping that's going to go on the cake. This is just a mixture of brown sugar and pecans. Pecans, pineapple, Texan, it's got it all over it. So you're going to have this moist pineapple cake with a crunchy topping. Okay, cake goes straight into the Ziggy. It is at a bit high at the moment, but that will drop now that the cake's on the accessory plate. It will drop down and we're going to stick it to 160 to 180 so we don't get a burnt bottom.
45 minutes cooking time gives us a chance to get the lay of the land.
How many hectares?
There's 65,000 all up.
Wow. So it's about the size of the Fraser Coast. It's incredible.
Pretty much.
The type of cattle we produce are Brahmins and Brahman cross, and they're adapted to this environment.
Happy cows obviously produce great tasting meat as well.
Yes, they do, and we pride ourselves in the genetics of our herd and the pastures that we grow for them to graze on, the way we handle the cattle, and it all comes together in producing a quality product. These animals you're looking at are our future breeding females. They're typically 18 months old, and they'll be joined later this year. And then next spring they'll have their first calves, and then we'll expect them to have a calf every year after that.
So, mate, how much beef do you produce here a year?
We turn off 1 million kilos of top quality beef per year.
Wow.
Incredible.
Mark's focus is on feeding the world, and ours is sorting smoko.
When I was researching the Texan tornado cake, I also came across that it's called nothing cake because it's that easy. But there's one more step to do, and we need to make a coconut caramel.
We've got 250 grams of butter going in. Just want to get that melted. Half a cup of evaporated milk. So I'm just going to wing that. So we just want to melt that down.
You've probably seen the QR code on your screen. Scan that now for the full recipe.
Coconut and brown sugar now going in.
Okay, I'm going to pop some holes in this cake, and then Dan, you're going to come over with that coconut caramel and drizzle it all over, and that is just going to soak into this cake and give it more flavour and moisture and yumminess.
We've got a very sweet batter. That caramel on top just makes it even more sweet. We're going to break that up with a bit of tartness with some creme fraiche.
I'm going to use a couple of tubs of those because, you know, everyone loves cream done with cake. Also going to add some vanilla bean paste, which will bring a beautiful flavour. So yummy, decadent. And if you can do the lime zest, that would be fabulous. You deserve these today. Thank you.
Tastes like a tornado to me.
That's really good.
Mark's also a dab hand on the barbecue plate. And it's a treat to taste banana beef because there's only one restaurant that serves it. Put a pin in the Waterline restaurant at Keppel Bay Marina because that's where we're heading to next.
Incredible.
That is so...
Very rich.
It is rich.
Delicious.
But the crust on it, Mark did very well.
Richard and Libby must like a little salt with their steaks, because about 25 years ago, the Wilson family branched out from cattle properties to add Keppel Bay Marina to their portfolio. So the Waterline restaurant is where reef meets banana beef. It's run by Mark's sister Kylie, with her husband Matt, the executive chef.
Do you want steak or the short ribs?
Oh, you can't go past short ribs.
It's a clever Asian fusion menu that makes the most of the specialty skills of an international kitchen.
How's your sushi muffin? So good.
But given this is the only place to taste banana beef, it is definitely the draw card.
Mate, you hear that sizzle?
Sizzle there, mate, definitely.
We're off to a good start.
So, mate, the banana beef, what makes it so good?
I think there's a lot of love that goes into the genetics and the breeding. Beautiful grass-fed taste. It's nice and firm, quite a lean cut, so it is best served medium rare.
I've cooked a fair few steaks, I'm not going to lie, and normally it's by eye.
Well, that's right, mate. Cooking is all about the senses, using your eyes, using your touch, inhaling that smell when it's in the pan, and you just get a feeling for it, don't you?
So good, mate, yeah.
This beef is so popular that it's now available in a take-home pack, and Matt has kindly given me one for our cook-up.
We're talking Texas, and we're going to grill some meat.
That's right. When I think of Texas, I think steaks, I think sausages. I'm going to smoke some beautiful Louisiana sausages, our very own, and we've got a beautiful piece of rib fillet there. First thing we need to do is get our steak on the barbie and get our vegetables grilled.
What we're going to serve our meat with is a grilled pineapple salsa, and I'm going to create a bit of a chimichurri.
So I just want to slice it lengthways, so I've got a big surface and I want to get a lot of char on it. I think about 4 to 5 minutes each side with the rib fillet and probably 10 minutes to get a beautiful colour and flavour into my vegetable. While my beef is resting, I can then put together my salad.
I'm going to get a start on our chimichurri, which is a herb dressing which goes really well with steak. Now, you can do this at home in the processor. We'll make it much easier, but I'm going to do it by hand.
Steaks are ready to come off.
Now I'm going to get a start on the herbs. We're going to use a whole bunch of fresh coriander, a whole bunch of parsley, and some oregano. I want to break that down and get some nice big leaves going on, and then cut it down even more.
So all the chili seeds as well.
Oh, add it in.
Spicy.
Well, that's how the Texans like it. We're going to add some olive oil. Are you there? That'd be fabulous. Thank you.
I've got the Ziggy smoking box that I'll put some hickory chips into, so I'm going to close the lid on that, put it on the high heat on one side of the grill, close that grill, and let that smoke start to slow.
Chili straight in the bowl. Now I'm going to add some lime juice. Thanks, Ross. Delicious. Straight in. Boats are coming in. Now a good dash of red wine vinegar. And if you'd grab me some salt, that'd be great. Thank you.
Crack of pepper.
And we'll let it sit and let that infuse until everything's ready.
Steaks rested, sausages are smoked. Now it's time to put together my salad. So I'm just going to cut all the veggies up into a bowl, give it a good mix, and we're good to go. Moment of truth with the steak. So we've got the beautiful banana beef, which I believe is cooked very, very well. I hope Maddie's proud. The sweetness of the pineapple, the beautiful sweet peppers, the zinginess from your chimichurri over the top. Load it up. Should we go see what Chef Maddie thinks?
Oh, I think so.
So great to serve beef in a way that, you know, with some fresh accompaniments that really you know, let the beef flavour come through, and obviously the flavour of your sausages in that too. It's delicious.
Well, I'm so pleased you enjoy it. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, it's so sticky.
Pineapple juice.
Oh my God.
Tell you what, how good's this? Definitely get used to this.
It's absolutely delicious. And next time we have another fabulous Queensland destination where you'll get a taste of Mexico. So we'll see you soon.
Our traveller need adventures are made possible with the support of Optus, Suncorp, Fraser Coast Tourism and Events, Big Four Holiday Parks and Apollo Motorhome Holidays.
And you can follow the fun on our socials or our Dan and Steph website. Ah! My turn. Oh.
Ooh!
That's it.
Better start behaving myself.
Ah! I did good.
Dan?
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Oi. Gotcha. I'll do the da-da-da and you finish it off with it. It's so vibrant and nutritious that we just...
One more.
I also do need, hello, brain.
Stroke?
Maybe.
Yeah, well, scallops are more of a... Want to keep going, or?
I've chucked some hickory chicks. Have a look at that beauty.
A little less Russell Coit.
Let's go.
Right, you silly buggers, you ready?
Let's go.
Is that your new line?
Yeah, not the let's go.
Oh.
Unless it's your new catchphrase.
Should we check the spuds? No. Not yet.
If you're looking, you're not cooking, mate.
Oh, is that right?
I'm ready for the spit. Let's go.
Where'd this come from?
No.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Why isn't it working now? This is absolutely stunning, Daniel. The steak.
Can you call me Dan?
Dan.
Daniel. That's when I'm in
That's you're in
trouble.
trouble.
Watch your sleeve, Steph. And watch the plate. Keep going.
You're game putting your fingers in.
Ooh! Better start behaving myself.
And we're going to
Let's get it in there. Cheers.
Sorry.
I just zoned off there for a bit. Back in.
Oh, good.
Done for us.
Woohoo! That was my last one.
Didn't have to stick your thumb down my throat.
Not gonna lie, a little high five because that worked out really well.